Special Tech DJ, Music, Technology, Education, Splurge Art Show tonight. DJ Q. Hey man, this is a pretty amazing place. Anybody who loves hip-hop culture, look at this. And is that Q's hip-hop? Is that from the hip-hop shop, that piece?
That is from Q's, top of the hill, Daly City.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's go back in time. It started out there. This is really a continuation, isn't it?
It's a continuation with new.
You sell records here?
We sell records. We sell some equipment, but our real focus is culture, community, teaching the kids. You know, going in with the technology as well as the music. You know, giving them an idea of what we went through in the industry as far as music and just the Bay Area scene. Because there's so many scenes all over the world. Let's focus on what we know best, and that's ours. You know, let's build our community back up in our kind of like micro scene.
So you teach kids to DJ, to scratch?
We teach them actually a little bit of everything. So it could be breaks, scratching, it could be even little remixes. What it is, first of all, is teaching them how to actually control the equipment. And then from there, they kind of figure out their path. So we give them an option, whether it be mixing or getting into the turntablist type of stuff instead.
And what is it like when most people start? What is their experience? Like how well do they adapt?
Depends who they are. Like a lot of the kids, they come in right away and they just want to they think it's a game like or a toy. Especially when they see like the lights, they just scratching right away. But once we show them the type of curriculum and the format of actually learning how to blend music, then they kind of like slow down and actually pay attention a little bit better. So.
And when they have to do homework, do most of these kids have a turntable set up at home?
Some do. If they don't, we'll give them like YouTube links to watch certain things, and a lot of it's going back to like, you know, the Cash Moneys, the Joe Coolies, stuff that we grew up with, because that was the beginning of it. If you gotta learn the beginning. It's history. So as history is you learn the beginning first.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's walk inside.
Okay.
And do you tell every student how important it is to practice yo cuts?
Practice your cuts.
Do you? And how much time do you tell everyone to do that for?
We tell them at least a couple hours a week. If they can't do it at home, they're always free to come here and use the room. Because the cuts usually you can just do in the headphones. You know, you can really listen to the cut versus in the speakers. You know, you definitely want to get in there and listen for the rhythms. You know, otherwise they're not going to ever get it. You know? Otherwise they'll just be making noise like a lot of kids do.
Yeah. So there's so much going on here. I mean, then you're inside here, and it's this record store, and records, vinyl, all hip-hop, and you got this cool art on the wall. So tonight, you have an art show happening. So you do art shows as well?
Yes, it's kind of a multi-use location. So we do have an art show. We've done workshops here for turntables. But tonight's event it's open mic for, you know, I don't want to say open mic, but
mic is ready to go.
The mic's ready to go.
Speaker, one speaker?
One speaker, because it's going to be spoken word, but the same like 5 guys will just be going the
and
whole time.
DJ setup right there. Is it
Rubber
DJ
setup with customized 1200s with the.
And Ewok is going to be DJing?
Ewok and his crew. This is an Ewok, the Morph Life event tonight. So at Special Tech DJs. So we work together on things. He DJs for our shows. We help him with his shows. We try to introduce him to new things in the industry that may be something we see as a path to go. We're definitely more up on the business side now versus the performance. But here, this is something where we're trying to bring people in and get to learn what we know so they can go out and do the different stuff that we had fun with growing up.
And you also sell DJ gear.
We sell DJ gear, minimal. We have, our main thing is to get people stuff to start out with. You know, obviously the big production stuff, you're going to go somewhere and get it from a Guitar Center or you know, online. But
right.
Our main thing is to work with the lower kids with the budget issues. You know, we want to get them something where they can practice and get away from hanging out and doing nonsense. You know? 'Cause there's a lot of things going on that DJing kept us all out of trouble. So we
yeah, I think Rob Swift, who's been teaching a lot of kids lately, was sort of talking about that too, about how, you know, besides just being a great art form, scratching, that it does take people all those hours that you put in, that you have to take some away from, you know, who knows what activity.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is, you know, look at the major cities like us. We're losing our parks. They're taking away like places for kids to play, whether it be basketball, baseball, football, or just hanging out, even skate parks. So if it means getting the kids inside, well, let's give them something else to do besides the internet and just video games. And this is interactive. And then they can go back to the internet and upload and start doing production. So that's another thing. They can learn how to get their stuff done and work in the media field. So it's not just DJing.
Yeah. Hey, you know what I like too is the slip mats that you have. A lot of 90s.
Yes.
So when did Q's Hip Hop Shop open? Was it 90?
It opened in February of '94.
94.
Yeah.
20 years ago.
20 years ago.
Wow.
So this opened up last year in October of 2013. So it's almost, you know, a good 2 decades of waiting for something to do. And I've been wanting to do this since 2000. And a lot of it is just getting the right emotion. Like it's emotional for me, so I didn't just want to open up and say, okay, we're here, but I actually feel it, you know. And
so how come this wasn't Q's hip hop shop? How come it became Special Tech DJ?
Because I didn't want this to be all about me. I wanted this to be about the
DJ,
the people who are a part of it, and it grows with everybody. Because I'm actually an IT tech and also a DJ, so something that I saw was a lot of the techs were into DJing. Believe it or not, even my manager, he's a tech or a DJ. But so I was like, the two and two go together. And to me, DJs are always special. And there's a lot of reasons for the name, but at the same time, the people involved with this are kind of putting that the pieces together to make that whole Special Tech DJ kind of idea work.
Yeah, yeah, I like it. Let's take a look at some of the things over here. The records, Jurassic 5.
Yeah, we try to keep. We have a select list of stuff we want to carry.
You got Live Human, that's a great one. Breaks Even. Got to get that one. DJ Quest in the house. And I love this art. I really like when people do these little trucks and train cars too. I really enjoy. I think it's a great medium.
Got your record, man. I guess you guys no problem. It does, right?
Public Enemy. Today was Chuck D's birthday, right? And then over here. And so bring us over here, then we got over here.
Hey, Frank, I'm going to leave you a record.
Okay.
I'm fascinated by the bullet ones.
Yeah, so this is all DJ Henry Customs. He does his own customizing. He was just one of those guys who started taking turntables apart and figured out how to put them back together but better.
And it asks, do you like scratching? Yes.
Yes, and he created his own slip mats, which are probably the best slip mats I've ever seen for scratching.
He mastered it in one.
DJ Henry Custom. And what else does he do?
Full turntable customizing, like he did ours there. Kind of changed the colors up. He basically powder coats them, whatever color you want.
Right.
I mean, I've seen some.
DJ Mars.
He had the Mars. We did straight arms as well.
I like you still have Keep Vinyl alive.
Yeah.
You started that campaign, right?
We did, yeah.
What year did you start doing Keep Vinyl alive?
That was 92.
92, wow.
So definitely a classic.
And how is it going? How is the fight going in keeping vinyl alive? Are you winning?
We've been winning.
Been winning?
We've been winning. It's just the price isn't winning. It keeps going up. So
yeah, I know. It's like 20.
Manufacturers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's go inside in here in the back.
Come on in. So we walk into the multi-use classroom, studio, broadcast room.
With not one, not two, but 3 turntable setups, and I'm sure you often add a 4th one here. This is the main mixing board.
6 available setups for live sessions. We have cameras that can be mounted above to kind of get the top view.
Right.
It's like a stadium.
Because you got to have the overview for when it's the turntable.
It's like a stadium. We
Right.
get all the views side.
And then you also have a projector here, so you throw up a screen over there.
Yeah, we can throw up logos, slideshows. We also can use this room for meetings as well when we talk to folks online.
Right.
Google Chats, whatever.
And besides talking to folks online, DJs can talk to each other here via Scratch language. Now, you do a lot of sessions. Earlier today, we did the WFMU show with a whole bunch of people. Who else do you have?
Today we had Mr. B, who's one of our instructors here. We had Mars, DJ Quest, DJ Ewok, and myself. Also, we have DJ Ivan, who's kind of like the advisor here for a lot of stuff when it goes to music, his music knowledge.
And Ivan and Chewy, they do a regular show from there, right?
So Ivan is the producer of the show, and Chewy is the host. But what we do is we eliminate the whole. There goes Ivan. Right
there goes Ivan.
Look what I found. Mike, let me borrow it. Thanks. The show is basically a non-commercialized show. It's really about letting the DJs do what they want, but keeping it funky and showing how a DJ can be funky in a party scene with their style. It's not about the club scene. It's not about the turntablists.
But here is set up for Ustream with those cameras, obviously.
Yeah, it's definitely a Ustream setup.
So how often are you streaming stuff from in this room?
Every 2 weeks, so every second and fourth Monday, we do the Special Tech DJ show, and every second and fourth Sunday, I do a Q's Hip Hop Shop show. Which
oh,
is
you do?
more of the turntablists, scratching, and also whatever. You know.
Well, you know, I was thinking one could do a show just on battle records.
Yeah.
Every week play a different battle record.
Yeah.
That would be a good show, actually.
We actually had a really good show with Luke Sick. He came by and did a Bay Area history show, him and Eddie K. And we only got from the 408 to the 650. We haven't reached 415, 511. You know, it was really cool.
Yeah, I can understand that, yeah.
So we got part 2 coming up soon.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, so in here you teach classes.
Yeah.
And what else are the other things that happen?
Well, we do the classes for the kids here, whether it be scratching, just mixing, a little bit of everything. But also for me, I'll show kids how to fix their laptops, how to actually make their laptops ready for music versus just having a machine that they're getting on the internet.
Hence the tech part of Special Tech
Yeah,
DJ.
myself, I've been a tech over 10 years, so I've learned a lot on how to make.
Because when you think about it, here we have the Traktor mixers. So people are Traktor, or they're on Serato, right?
Yeah.
And they all bring their laptops, and that's it. They're not bringing crates of records here.
Not at all. And even we flipped one of our Traktor mixers to be used for Serato. So we show kids how to do that.
Right.
So we want to give them an option. We don't want to be limited by what people give us. We want to be able to kind of take it to the next level. And that's what being a special tech is actually, is, you know, just when people had turntables, they didn't realize they can do so much more with them.
Right.
And they took it to the next level by scratching and
I
mixing.
mean, it's amazing when you think about these techniques, how sturdy they are. I mean, they really are built to last. And most products these days are not built to last, are they?
Not at all.
It wasn't that the name of your album?
Our name of our album is Built to Last. It's a cruise.
Just like the techniques.
We stay built. Yeah, but you know, it's been a great career for us. We always do something different. We don't really care for the big fame and fortune. We just keep being us.
And you're still doing it. You're still doing it?
I'm still doing it.
DJ Quest, who's here in the house and was with us earlier, is still doing it. DJ Mars still doing it. Eddie K is still doing it. Eddie Def does it, but not as often. But he was out in New York for the DMC.
Yeah. Eddie's actually been working on music. And
he has been.
Yeah, we talk all the time. We did a session last winter. It was Eddie Def and Mars, where I've been working on. Every day I'm on the train, I make one beat.
Oh, really?
So I have hundreds of tracks.
How long is your train ride?
25 minutes.
Okay, one beat every day.
Yeah, so we went up there and they both cut over a lot of the tracks. We only got about 10 songs done in one day, so that's not completely mixed yet, so we'll get to that one day.
Yeah.
When I get free time, which is rare.
I like it. So let's see the rest of the place, including some of these great 90s slip mats up here. So these are ones you got through. When you had a record store, you would you were on everyone's list, of course,
promos
in the 90s. What a good time to be getting promo shit.
Oh my God.
Right?
Yeah.
What was the best thing you remember from promo stuff from the 90s?
Oh man. I mean, like the Razzcazz Bullets. But you know, the thing that meant the most to me was the Ruthless Records plaque I got. Because I was always a fan of Easy as a business person, more than the music, because I saw what he did with the group, you know, and how he kind of put himself out there, whether he was good or not. He still helped try to get people together as a crew. I'm always about the team and the crew, and that was important to me. You know, that's the main focus.
Let's just look at a few of these. These are great.
Q's banner.
Yeah. So that's from Daly City. And you were across, top of the hill, Daly City. You were across from Stephen Matthew David.
Yes,
so he's in jail now for selling computers to Catholic schools or some shit?
Yeah, he did something where he...
Or bikes? Get the bike free.
He basically did something wrong, yeah.
What was his ad? Top of the, get the bike free.
Get a bike, yeah.
Yeah.
Get a stereo, car stereo, get a bike, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that was crazy stuff.
But anyway, so what was it like being at the top of the hill, Daly City, 20 years ago, having a hip-hop store?
Yeah, that was, believe it or not, we didn't know what treasure we had when we were there, because it was right at the right place at the right time for the community. Like when the artists were coming into the Bay Area, they'd have to go through Daly City to get to the city. So they would always stop by us first at the perfect time where the kids were there. They were meeting artists left and right. We were really building with the labels, and the DJs always had a central place to go, whether they're from the Peninsula, East Bay, Central Bay. It didn't matter. We actually had a good location for everyone to get to. It wasn't like going downtown or going to Haight Street to go find a record. We would be at the spot where everybody could get stuff, you know. And our selection was different. We definitely had a Bay Area indie and a New York indie kind of product lineup, but we also knew that, you know, we had to expand, and we did. You know, we got some more club stuff, more breakbeat stuff.
Right.
You know, we just kind of went with the flow and adapted to our scene.
You also did a lot of in-stores.
A lot of
You had a lot of people come through. Like, so who were some of the people that went through there?
Oh man, Biggie, Redman, De La Soul.
Biggie. So Biggie is there, and this was at what stage in his career?
Biggie came twice. So he came pre-blowing up with Juicy, and then he came after One More Chance. So, you know, you had these kids who were like, they had no idea who he was.
Right.
And then they figured out who he was, and they're upset they didn't see him. Then they found out he was coming back. We had a line out.
Then it was packed.
It was packed, you know. And, but the most memorable one for me, believe it or not, was Two Live Crew.
Two Live Crew.
Yeah, because they're the only ones that came in a limo. They stopped traffic. It was just like
And who was there? Who was with Two Live Crew when they came?
It was Fresh Kid Ice, Fresh Kid Day, and Mr. Mix obviously was there, and Brother Marquise. Everyone was there but Luke, obviously. So
Did they have a hot tub in the limo?
they probably did, and I didn't go to the show after, but I heard it was probably it was a Two Live Crew-esque type of show. So,
Yeah. So that was the best one.
that was the most memorable. Best could have been like Common or
Was Premier there?
Premier. Never been there.
Okay, but Common was there.
Common was there. Muggs was there. I
Right.
was blown away because I've always been a fan of Muggs.
So Common was there in what year? 94?
94, actually 95. 'Cause It was
95.
Beat Nuts, Common, Organized Confusion, and Artifacts. Yeah, so that was a great one because they had that show at the DNA.
Right.
So they all came out there. But we had when Method Man and Redman came, they came together. That was when they started doing stuff on Def Jam. MC Ren was there.
Wow.
And it was just a great time, you know. I don't think there was ever a week where we didn't have something great happen up there.
Didn't you do battles as well?
We did about 4 battles. We did like 2 the first year, then we kind of spread them out.
And what were the battle formats?
Just round versus like 6-minute rounds. You know, it was basically all vinyl, all on a Gemini mixer, nothing special. And
Right.
the kids they were funky. You know, they
Yeah.
weren't like now where they needed to have like specialized faders, specialized needles. They just did what they had. You know, and
Yeah.
a lot of them were better than a lot of kids I see now. You know, so that was a great time with the effort had to be put out to be remembered. Now it's like everyone's a DJ, but they're not.
And the other thing too, when you think about it, is like now for someone like if I wanted to get something, I had to go to you and I had to get because you had that record or whatever that thing was. And now it's just like even you said here how people just go to Amazon or whatever to get the.
Yeah. For me, it's the mentality is everybody. It's a I want it now
Right.
culture. They want all the products, but what they miss is the history and the culture of it. So
Yeah.
they can have as much equipment as they want at home, but they're not going to do anything
Right.
without knowing the other side of the fence.
Right.
And we are that other side of the fence.
Right. So anyway, so you do this and you run this. You set this up. How long ago? A year?
This was back, we've been here over a year in the
Over a year.
building, but we opened in October because it took time to build this room.
2013.
Yes.
Okay. So not even 1 year. So
Not
1 year
even.
anniversary coming up.
Coming up in October.
And it's wonderful you could do it. I mean, you're here, you're in San Bruno, and it has to cost a lot to rent it, the electricity alone and all
Yes, it
this
does.
crap. So you do it, but you still maintain your other job, so that way you're not
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
make a living from this.
Yeah.
It's a nonprofit,
It's a
essentially.
non-profit kind of ideal. The way we think of it is, you know, we would like for it to be its own entity and its own beast, but we know it's going to take time to get there. We're not trying to, you know, ask everyone to make donations. We'll get there. You know, from now on, I'll take care of everything I can. But when that time comes, we'll see it kind of grow the right way. I don't want it to blow up overnight. That's the last thing I want because
Right.
we know what happens when that happens to other companies.
And then you have Ivan here from Pirate DJs. So is he here a lot? Does he do a lot
Ivan's
of
here
stuff?
every day.
Every day?
Yeah, he runs a shop.
He runs it.
So a lot of it is his eyes. He has a good eye for retail
Right.
and for business. So for me,
And he knows hip-hop.
and he knows everything. Gosh, I mean, there's stuff that I ask and he catches me like, oh wow, yeah, I didn't even know that was the right artist. He knows artists who've spawned into other music, and especially like early 70s, like people who pioneered into early hip hop, and you know, can give me the whole Arthur Baker story in like 20 minutes.
Right.
It blows me away. So definitely is PhD in the history.
Right. So let's just take a look at the end of it here. What else is in here? This is like a lot of DJ gear.
So this is definitely our storage room, but we also do repairs out here. This is where DJ Henry Custom sets up and takes turntables apart and puts them back together, looking healthy.
Right. So you fix if your turntable is messed up, you'll fix it.
Yeah. But we are looking at probably extending, making another studio room here so we can do smaller broadcasts.
Right. Cool.
Plenty of space.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Billy.
Thank you.